After all she's done for this league, you disrespect Caitlin Clark in that manner? You use Paige Bueckers to diss Caitlin Clark publicly? That's out of pocket. That's out of pocket. This whole league is lit right now because of CC22. That's it. Let's be clear here. That doesn't mean there's not good players. We talking about the reason why it got lit. It's because of 22. It's because of 22.
Picture this for a moment. Just last year, Caitlin Clark was told she had won Rookie of the Year over a simple speakerphone while surrounded by her Indiana Fever teammates. There were no cameras, no big spotlight, no carefully crafted presentation, just a routine phone call. Fast forward a year later, and the scene couldn't be more different. Paige Bueckers is seen walking down a spirited tunnel with music blasting, bright TV lights shining in her face, and the commissioner personally handing her a shiny trophy in front of the cameras. Same award, yet two completely different stories. Why did the league choose to handle Clark's historic season in such a muted way while rolling out the red carpet for Paige? That's the real question at the heart of this conversation. Do you think the WNBA disrespected Caitlin Clark? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's dive in. This story highlights the glaring contrast in how the WNBA decided to present two Rookie of the Year announcements. When Clark earned the award, the league barely acknowledged it in any meaningful way, despite her record-breaking year. But when Paige was honored, the production felt like a celebration from a different league entirely. Clark, the rookie who almost single-handedly transformed the WNBA's business and visibility, found herself in a low-key huddle during practice when her coach Christy Sides placed Commissioner Cathy Engelbert on speakerphone. That was it, no stage, no official presence, no special effort, just a forgettable call that barely reflected the magnitude of what Clark had accomplished. The audio went something like this: "I just have someone here who wants to say a few things really quick." Then Coach Sides introduced Cathy Engelbert, who said, "Do we have the team together?" "Hello." "Yes, ma'am." "What a record-breaking season for you and the entire team, full of outstanding performances." "Congratulations, Caitlin, you are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year." And that was the end of it. Compare that moment to Paige Bueckers this year, walking through a tunnel with music, cameras, and Engelbert herself standing there in person to present the award directly. This wasn't just a difference in presentation, it was a deliberate choice showing who the league wanted front and center. During Paige's announcement, the tone was completely different. Fans were chanting, "She's the one," as Engelbert stepped forward with a smile, saying, "I'm the last person you expected to see in this spirit tunnel, but I'm here to present you with the 2025 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year award. Congratulations." The entire thing felt polished, orchestrated, and celebratory, exactly the kind of moment you'd expect for a star player. Now, think about Clark's situation. The very season she was being honored as Rookie of the Year, she was also carrying the entire league on her back. Indiana Fever home games sold out, drawing crowds of over 17,000 on average, and WNBA broadcast numbers skyrocketed by over 20%. Those weren't just empty statistics, they represented real revenue and real visibility for a league that had struggled for years to gain mainstream traction. And yet, despite the fact that Clark brought in unprecedented attention, her big moment came through a lackluster phone call. The way it was delivered didn't match the weight of what she had accomplished. There's no denying the facts. Caitlin Clark drove millions of views, boosted ratings to record heights, and turned nearly every game into a sellout event, whether at home or on the road. Her presence made the WNBA a must-watch product. And how did the league thank her? With a quick speakerphone announcement that felt like an afterthought. Fans were outraged. When the video surfaced, social media exploded with disappointment at how bland and anticlimactic the moment was. People couldn't believe that the player responsible for revitalizing the league didn't even get a proper ceremony. Fast forward to Paige's reveal, and the contrast is striking. She got balloons, singers, bright lights, and the commissioner personally smiling and laughing with her on stage. Paige's Rookie of the Year felt like a planned event that the league wanted everyone to see. For Paige's supporters, the glitzy presentation was exciting. But for Clark's fans, the comparison made her moment look like it was brushed aside. the league had treated Clark like an after-school announcement while rolling out a Hollywood premiere for Paige. Even Engelbert's own role tells the story. For Clark, she stayed behind the curtain, never even showing her face. For Paige, she made herself the centerpiece of the event, handing over the award like it was an MVP trophy at the finals. The message was clear, and it wasn't subtle. When you celebrate one star with cameras and lights and treat the other like an obligation, you're telling fans exactly where the league's priorities lie. And people noticed. Fans aren't oblivious, they read between the lines. This isn't just about two ceremonies, it's about what the league chooses to value, and what it's willing to downplay. That leaves one burning question hanging over everything. Why did the WNBA design two completely opposite Rookie of the Year rollouts for back-to-back superstars? For many, it feels like a slap in the face. Clark essentially saved a drowning league. Without her, the WNBA's growth numbers would not have existed, and yet she didn't even get the courtesy of an in-person award ceremony. Instead, Paige gets the full treatment. People can't help but notice that Paige checks a lot of boxes the league seems to prefer promoting, and that raises questions about favoritism. So, was Paige's flashy moment really about her play on the court? Or was it about politics within the league? That's what fans are now debating. Because when you line up the details, it doesn't look like it was purely recognition of performance, it looks like the WNBA was pushing a certain narrative. Many point to the so-called UConn Mafia. For years, former Huskies have held influence over league offices, media coverage, and even endorsement deals. Paige comes from that machine, and almost instantly she gets the lights, the cameras, a commissioner handoff, and Nike producing special shirts for the award. Meanwhile, Clark, who literally shifted the league's economy, got no merchandise, no ceremony, and no commissioner handshake. Fans see that gap and wonder what's really being rewarded here. And the irony only deepens. People are asking, why isn't Paige more popular than Caitlin, given how much the league is backing her? Shouldn't Paige already be more of a household name if this push is so strong? Even Sue Bird, who has been supportive of Clark all season, added to the conversation by suggesting that Paige deserved the same spotlight Caitlin got. But the irony is obvious, Clark never had the kind of staged commissioner presentation Paige just enjoyed. Bird's comments felt to many like an attempt to downplay Clark's accomplishments and redirect attention to UConn's next big star. When you combine Sue Bird's remarks with Engelbert flying out to personally hand Paige the award on daytime television, the whole thing starts to look coordinated. Fans have been calling Engelbert out directly, so you do all this for Paige, but when Clark won Rookie of the Year, you didn't even bother to show up?